Okay, everything is set and everything is recording. Hey, what's happening, everyone? I am the Dragon God of Gaming, Damian Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of the Gaming News, where I run the list of all the gaming news, facts, rumors, trivias, and everything coming out the gaming industry this week. And I want to just sit back and talk about some of the comments that was made by Ubisoft on people needing to get comfortable with not owning their games and how bullshit that is. Now, let's just hop right in. It's midnight for me. I want to get to sleep. So let's just do this. This is all coming from comicbookgaming.com. Well, this no, it's www.comicbook.com, and this is written by Mark Deschamps or Deschamps. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. I apologize. And it goes a little bit like this. Video game streaming has yet to take off in quite the same way it has with television and music, but that hasn't stopped Ubisoft from investing heavily in the technology. With Ubisoft Plus, which is kind of shit, if just to be honest. I was offered by Ubisoft to play one of their games, and I was actually very excited to get them. But to be honest, Ubisoft Plus really isn't that good of a service. Just being honest. The company has made its library accessible to users for $17.99 per month. That service has apparently been a success for Ubisoft, but there's a lot of room for growth. Speaking to GamesIndustry.biz, Ubisoft's director of subscription, Philippe Tremblay, talked about what it's going to take for more gamers to embrace the streaming model. And he goes on to say this. One of the things we saw is that gamers are used to a little bit like DVD, having and owning their games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection or DVD collection. That's a transformation that's been a bit slower to happen in games. As gamers grow comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, the progress file is still there. That's not been deleted. You don't lose what you've built in the game or your engagement with the game. So it's about feeling comfortable with not owning your game, Tremblay told GameIndustry.biz. So, comicbook.com really did do a good job by going down the list of why gamers want to own them. So, allow me. A big part of the hesitation that surrounds abandoning physical media is that a lot of gamers enjoy revisiting titles that mean a lot to them. And I agree. There are countless video games that remain stranded on their original platforms, and many others that have simply disappeared as a result of digital storefronts shutting down. Thank you! An all-digital future makes it even more likely that games will be lost. Thank you. That might not happen with franchises that are wholly owned by companies like Ubisoft. But licensed games like Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora could be a different story. That's a fact that Tremblay conveniently avoids. I agree. He writes, as people embrace that streaming model, they will see that these games will exist, that service will continue, and you'll be able to access them whenever you feel like. That's reassuring, said Tremblay. But there is a thing in here called the death of physical media. I'm going to leave that for you guys to read on your own. I don't want to read the entire article, but that's where me and him very much disagree. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just say this. I am a big proponent of physical media. Why? Because there are games that cannot be accessed anymore that are only on its original copies, and people like Ubisoft and Nintendo, they're the reasons why no one wants to give it up. Because when we gave you an inch for it, you guys stranded us a mile and smacked us with it. In fact, I'm not saying currently it's Ubisoft. I can't say that. But Nintendo has proven that doing that is a terrible idea. Because there is no reason why physical media should be gone, or that we should get comfortable with, not owning our video games. If we bought them, we own them. You see what I'm saying? Even if we buy them on your storefront, they die. That's it. So we just lose hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars because we like the games that we enjoyed and we bought them for a reason. And companies like Nintendo has had a lot in turn with making everyone feel less comfortable with everything. Because one day you could just be like this: we don't want to deal with it anymore. There it goes. Oh, you bought it? You want to access it? Too bad it's not here no more. So you gotta get used to it. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm happy going through a service like GameFly, because everything I'm doing is still on physical disc. A lot of the games you guys see me play, like the Spider-Man games I've played in the past, were all from that, or games I've downloaded and I personally bought. Or on my channel, I'm playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That is on the digital front. But Pokemon Sword, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Spyro the Dragon, Sonic Mania, games that I have on physical media, Doom, Mortal Kombat 11, games that I'm really into, I buy, and I go off and I physically buy. And the one year I didn't get to do that was 2023 with WWE 2K23. I didn't get to do all that. And when people say that you shouldn't, or you should get comfortable with not owning your games, I think you should get comfortable with releasing physical media. Because people will absolutely get into streaming services. That's a given. And we have no problem with that. I buy PS Plus. People say it's a ripoff. I say I'm actually a little bit happy for what I do for a living. And what I do here on these channels. My personal channel, on my Twitch channel, and here. I'm very happy with the service. So, and I own, the only other service I'm really buying is Nintendo the Nintendo Online, because me and my girlfriend play multiplayer together, and that's the only reason why I have it. So, to be fair, I am into the streaming platforms, but I think they should coexist with physical media. Why one should not have to go for the other to thrive. It really doesn't. And we should not need to be getting comfortable with losing our games or losing access to our games. Because with all that done, there is no way of saving the games. Companies will just yank them off store platforms, and we will never see them again. We will never get to play them again. And for all of Tremblay's stuff, and what he says is, oh, you can rest assured it will always be there and forever will be there. Tell that to Nintendo, who has shut down multiple storefronts because they're not interested in that console anymore. Or the same can be said about Sony with their consoles. I am a huge fan of the PlayStation, but what I'm not a huge fan of is losing the games that I bought on their storefronts, because the storefront closed and I can never access those games again. One day I'll lose access to Scarlet and Violet. Why? Because the Nintendo Switch won't be around forever. And Nintendo will do the same thing to the Switch's storefront when the new consoles go. Funny how that works. But let me know what you guys think. Anyway, with that being said, I thank you guys so much, and thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you all, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to the gaming news. Hope everyone enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. But also down in the description down below, there's all of our lovely and beautiful content creators. Go check them all out. They're a lovely bunch of coconuts that I can guarantee you that if you guys like my stuff, you guys are going to like theirs, so go check them out. And while you're at it, go check out my personal stuff. If you guys like what you see here and you guys like what I do, then over there is plentiful of my stuff. So go check me out. Anyway, without further ado, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.